Hello, gentle viewers. This is Indian, welcoming you to a new episode of Franchise Hockey Manager 3. I would like you all to direct your attention to the number 2 team in the Western Conference, the Colorado Avalanche. We are 33, 15, and 1. We had 4 All-Stars, including Matt Touche, Nathan MacKinnon, Kirk Shattenkirk. What's his first name? Kevin. I'm going to call you Kirk. And our goaltender, Calvin Pickard, who's having really quite a fine season, pretty much because no one else actually plays. So we're doing really well. I can't say I'm really disappointed about anything so far. But let's go. Scouting. No one has any assignments. That's my fault. And we can do this really quickly. Martin. Rights available. Impending free agents. Ontario. Go for it. You're very good and good. You'd make a good NHL... No, this is my NHL scout. Chris McFarland. Just keep scouting the NHL. That's fine. I'm going to do something a little different. I want Greg Sherman to scout the NCAA. Ice hockey, then... for potential, and especially some people ready for the entry draft. No, we'd have to do it this way, because if they're in the NCAA, they're already past the time when they could be drafted most of the time. Let's pick up all the other region-specific scouts and then come back to a few of the others. Please look for potential, draft eligibility, 16 weeks. Schaefer is pretty much brilliant at everything. So let's have you focus on potential, and again, the Western United States. But you can also find me in pending free agents, too. You're only good at finding prospects. You can double up on the Western U.S. for me. Which seems a strange category, a strange idea, but you figure Washington State's a good place to play hockey. It's cold. Oregon is too, and California's the biggest state in terms of population. And I think area too. I don't remember if Texas has more people in it or not. For you, I'm going to have you focus on impending free agents in the NHL. There we go. And you can scout for ability, because that's what you're really good at. Heppel, I could use another Ontario guy to cover all the players in Canada. Draft eligibility, please. Kamensky, please scout people whose rights will be available and draft eligibility. Tucker can cover the Eastern United States definitely for rookies. Draft eligibility, please. So we got 2 in the West, 2 in the East. I need a Midwest scout, and I need more people I need people in Quebec. So let's go ahead and send you to the Midwest. Scout for potential NHL draft, 16 weeks. You'll cover Western Canada. Draft eligibility. I have a friend from Western Canada who says it's actually quite warm, which blows my mind. I mean, I'm an American, but I'm from the northern part of the United States. And it just blows my mind to think of anyone anywhere in Canada being warm, but apparently it's a thing. Please find me the best prospects in Eastern Europe. You will cover Quebec for me, as you always have so ably. Again, 16 weeks, scout for quality. Forsberg's my prospect scout in Scandinavia. I say Scandinavia, but Denmark's considered part of Scandinavia, and I can't think of a single good Danish hockey player off the top of my head. Swedes, absolutely. Finns, even Finns, but for some reason, Norwegians, and particularly Danes, they don't play hockey. I don't get it. Can you give me one extra guy on the Midwest, please? And check out for prospects. Okay, so we got 2 on the Midwest, 2 on the West, 2 on the East, 2 in Ontario, 1 in Quebec, 1 in Western Canada. I need another guy in Quebec. Draft eligibility, scout for potential, 16 weeks. You're going to check Western Europe for me. The very best of scouts. And people with rights available. And you're going to give me rights available, everyone in Nordic Europe. So our scouting is complete. I could use another pure Quebec guy. You know what? I'm going to change you. I'm going to have you cover Quebec instead of covering the NCAA because it's silly. There's not that many people that play. We're not going to get any draft entrants in the NCAA. So that gives us 3 for Quebec, 2 for Ontario. I don't need 2 people covering the NHL. You can cover Ontario. And check draft eligibility. Okay. 1 guy covering... Wait, what? Oh, I didn't tell you to actually scout in Russia, did I? There we go. That's the problem. Another Russia scout wouldn't be a bad idea. Let's see if they have anyone. Scout. Scouting. Prospects. Dmitry Schaefer would be a decent choice, except weirdly his specialty is not Russia. So we'll hire Igor Agatov. Just so I've got an extra pair of hands scouting that part of the world. I mean, it's Russia. It's really big. For those of you who don't know Russian geography, Nizhny Novgorod, it means Lower Novgorod. It's near Moscow, but not very close. It's probably, and this is a pure guess, I don't have a map on me. Actually, I do. Give me just a second here. Yeah, so Nizhny Novgorod is a northeast of Moscow. And it's probably between 150 and 200 kilometers, I'd say. And that'd be my guess. Somewhere in that general region. I wonder why it's called Nizhny, which means lower, if it's actually north of Moscow. And it's even, I think it's actually south of the city that's actually properly called Veliki Novgorod, which is by St. Petersburg, that I've been to. Very pretty city. That could be it. That could be what the discrepancies. Anyway, the scouting's done. That's what matters. 3 people in Quebec, 3 in Ontario, 1 in Western Canada, no one in Atlantic Canada. I mean, how many Newfies join? I'm sorry, how many people from Newfoundland join the NHL? I don't think it's that many. It's like there's some states like Michigan, loads of hockey players. Ohio, no hockey players. Very few. Chris Drury, who played for the Avalanche, I think was from Ohio. Maybe he's from Connecticut. I don't know. So many people from New England play hockey. Especially in the Boston area. Just one of those things. Hey, we beat the Blackhawks 4-3. Go us. 34-15. It's great. I almost don't know what to do with this level of success. We're gonna have playoffs to think about. I won't guarantee it, but it's really likely, I'd say. And I keep saying it, and I keep thinking we're going to be cursed, and we still might be. Nikita Zadorov had a very big month. He's at 24 points this season. Development report. Grigorenko got better. McKinnon got better. Patera's getting better at low shots. He's still only half a star. It's going to take him a while before he can handle it. Stollers, my other player. Having a bad year in San Antonio, but still getting better. I want him so badly. Hansen got better. Isak Lundestrom is already at 2 stars. I didn't see that coming. He's only 19. He's a good passer, puck handler, and he shoots accurately. I don't think I can buy your rights. But I don't think you're in one of those leagues where I have to honor your contract, so I might be able to buy you next year. Klim Kostin? Probably Clementi would be my guess for his first name, but it could just be Klim, I guess. I want you so badly. But Dynamo Moscow just buries you. It's not fair. You should play for me. It'll be great. I've got a bunch of other Russians on the team. Talk about vodka and how only real men drink Samogon and all that other lovely stuff. Sveshnikov got better. Better at passing. Better at stick checking. I like hearing that. He is almost just too cool for school. He's destroying the Quebec Major Junior Hockey League. It's almost not fair. Good. Cool. I'm going to weep when I see his contract once it expires. But that's not going to be for a while yet. I lived in Russia for almost a year. Never once tried caviar. Never wanted to. I don't like fish. Why would I like fish eggs? I hate seafood so much. Poured confidence. You're pretty happy. I think you should be happy too. We take the Ottawa Senators. We can. I did say the key to us being successful was elite goalie play. I didn't assume it would come from Calvin Pickard, though. The more fool me. The more fool me. Can we beat the Flyers? We cannot, but we only lost by a single goal, and it was 2-1. So, well played game. 2 pucks bounced differently. It's fine. What about the Penguins? Penguins destroyed us. The super elite tier teams are still going to more or less have their way with us. Unless we get insane goaltending, like we did here against the Maple Leafs. Who had to beat in a shootout, no less. Grubauer is ready to resume skating. That's lovely, but I'm not sure it matters. Can we defeat the Senators? No. But again, and we lost that game in overtime, which means we still get a point. So the NHL has now 31 teams, but at the time 30 teams, because the Vegas Knights won't be added in FHM. Ooh, we beat the Panthers. 4-3. I think the top 16 teams make the playoffs. But I'm not positive how that works. Because there used to be 8 conferences. 8? Does that sound right? 8 divisions. And, no. I remember it was the top 8 in each conference, but I don't remember how it worked. I think it was like the division winners, and then everyone else jockeyed for position. It's like if you won the division, so the top 2 teams in the NHL were in the same conference. Only the division winner was guaranteed a number 1 seed. The second place team, I think, got a worse seed. I don't remember how it works anymore. It's one of the perils when you don't have cable television. Because cable is super expensive. And we lost the Canadians. And we don't watch it. We watch tons of stuff on Hulu and Netflix and all the other things. And it's fine. That's fine. Scratch Anderson, dress Postma. Postma's getting some minutes this season. It's not a lot of minutes, but it's minutes. I wonder if Landeskog's like super pissed at me. It's like, I'm going to stab you in the throat for putting me on the third line. Boyle's not happy and Comfort's not happy because they're both, not playing. Which is understandable, I guess. Is Comfort a possible free agent? I think he is. Yeah. Let me give you the qualifying offer and see if you take it. No, I'm not giving him $1 million. I'm going to give him $975. And then I'll submit that offer. Grubauer could be dressed. I don't see the need to rush him back. Might have been lapped already, actually. We'll just have to see how Berube's done this season. God, I almost called him Harambe, and I hate that stupid meme so much. Yeah, he turned down the offer. Grubauer can play again. How is our young friend doing? Goalie stats. In his 7 games, he's performed pretty damn well, winning 5 and losing only 1. I think he's earned the spot. So we're actually going to send Grubauer to the AHL. And let him learn what there is to learn there. Because I wouldn't... Goalies, if they're hot, you have to play them. This is the rule of goaltending. Because a super brilliant goaltender one season might be crap the next. The very best are good year to year to year to year to year. But for everyone lesser... trade deadline is coming. I just don't think there's anyone I want to trade. Our old friends Winnipeg. We shouldn't get complacent. Eventually they'll beat us. Like now. I brought that on us, I'm sorry. So if a team member scores 100 points in a season, that's really amazing. I don't think we'll be that good. But we might be. Typically, teams that score 100 points are usually one of the best in the conference, and we just beat the Coyotes. So right now we've played 62 games. So there's 20 left. I don't know. It is the deadline of trades. Lots of people got better. Stollers is a tiny bit better. Sveshnikov got stronger. Kostin. I cannot wait until you're eligible to be signed. I need to liberate you from a team that does not appreciate you. They just don't. I'm sorry. I don't want to be that guy. But they don't appreciate you. Have to pretty much murder people to get minutes. I'm really impressed with Lundestrom. Well, how did I acquire you? You were a second-round draft pick. And if not for this renewal by your team, the thing is, I think this is one of those leagues where we honor their contracts. Which means I can't just say, I want my player. They have to decide they don't want him anymore. Or he has to decide he'd rather play in the NHL. I mean, maybe Kostin is never going to want to play for us, which would make me very sad. I would weep hot tears if Klim Kostin never played for us. There could be a Miyake-Snak, a soft sign in his name. I doubt it, though. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think phonetically, the way Russian works, you don't put the soft sign before an I or an E. Let's see here. Board confidence. You're the greatest. I am the greatest. Oh, damn it. I could have frickin' traded what's-his-face. The goaltender. I would have gotten something decent for that. Oh, well. Oopsie. Win number 40. Ah, lost 22. Oh, well. if we make the playoffs, I don't know that I expect us to go far. Ooh, 3-1, nice. But even the kind of turnaround we've done already, from the worst team in the league to one of the best, is just so insane that anything could happen. This could be our season. Not the Stars have anything to say about it. I don't think we're the best team in the NHL. Oh, damn it, Landeskog. At least now you're on the third line, so it doesn't hurt as much. But still. How long are you out, buddy? He's day-to-day. You know what, bro? It's a mild groin strain. I'm totally cool with you sitting that one out. And we'll play Comfer. Because I don't like Boyle. I never have. And I hope he goes away. How are we doing stats-wise? Any 100-pointers? No. We're going to have loads of 50-pointers, though. McKinnon and Duchesne are already there. Pananin, probably. Tatar, probably. Shattenkirk, maybe. Multiple 10-goal scorers. Is this McKinnon's best season with the Avalanche? Let's look at your career stats. You're not quite there yet, but you're very close. If you break 63 points, which is what you got in your first rookie year, it'll be your best season with the Avalanche. Hey, you did give him a cool little puck for an all-star. Yay. It's a golden puck. I love watching the skill challenges when they had them for the all-star team. I don't know if they still do that or not. But those are so much fun. Watch like Al McInnes hit the puck like 115 miles an hour. I don't know if they do that anymore. I like that better than the actual All-Star game, to be honest with you. Sundstrom. He'd take Comfer's spot. And he hardly plays to begin with. I don't know what to do. We'll beat the Mighty Ducks. I just don't know what to do with Sundstrom. I mean, is he better than Asplund? Pretty clearly. But I also don't want to mess with greatness. Okay, centers alone, he's pretty clearly better than Comfer. Means exposing him to waivers. But he's just clearly better. Let's get him on the active roster. And then we'll dress Sundstrom. And you put him on the fourth line, which is the perfect place for him in my opinion. Please check my PM. So look, they're back. Already knew that though. This is not news to me. Vancouver coming up. We just got obliterated by them. 4-0 is not good. Timu Hartikainen is now a center. And Landeskog will be back in the next few days. He's another one's got a pretty close to 50 points, right? Maybe. Oh, they fired their head coach. Let's go ahead and dress him. Who do we scratch? Sundstrom. Strategy, please rebuild my lines. There we go. Ooh, 2 wins in a row. We beat the Mighty Ducks and we beat the Flames. They got a defenseman from waivers. There's Landeskog. Oh, Miloch is injured. But yet we don't actually have to scratch him. He'll be fine. Points. It just blows my mind. Landeskog is 100% back. We'll need him against Edmonton. Edmonton frightens me. As well they should, since we just lost 5-4 to them. They've just got so many goal scorers on that team. They can just bludgeon other teams to death. Comfort's a slightly better right wing. I don't know why, but it's true. Oh, we beat St. Louis. That's now 90 points on the season. Oh, Miloch is back. Huzzahs all around. Please delete your messages. Roster. What was I looking at? Standings. That's right. Chicago's only 4 points better than we are. Well, I guess 100-point teams are actually pretty common these days. I thought they were a lot rarer than this. But yeah, we'll have several. But basically my point was that 100 points pretty much guarantees you a playoff spot. Not always a division title, but usually a playoff spot. It would be very weird for a team to score 100 points and not get a playoff spot. Because you need some combination of... but... And we lost him for the season. It was bound to happen. Something bad was bound to happen. Losing Tatar hurts a lot. I won't deny that. But it's not the end of humanity. It's just pretty close. I guess Greer will dress. Or call up. Boop. Let me give him his qualifying offer. 787-500. And he's going to refuse that. I would be shocked if he didn't. Alright, we need to actually dress someone. Might as well be Greer, actually. It's not going to be Boyle. Okay, so that pushes Landeskog up to line 2. Hartikainen down to line 3. Must be some sort of relationship here where they work better together. I'm not going to question my assistant. Who's coming up in terms of personnel? Isn't Army coming up? He is. You know what? I'll renew you. You can have an extension. You're invaluable to me. Bobby Carpenter, yeah, we can renew you too. But just for 2 seasons. Messinaro's a superb scout. Bump him up a notch. Brad Smith, sure. And Doug Willis, sure. Well, he's another one of my weird Texas vibes here. Beat the Kings the day before. Can we beat the Sharks with frickin' laser beams on their heads? We can. Probably not because they had lasers, though. I think we'd probably lose that game. It's a strange insistence, I know, but I'm quite confident we could not beat Sharks with frickin' lasers on their heads. Ah, the Oilers beat us. And they'll probably beat us again here. Yeah, they're just too good at scoring goals. And that's the kind of team we're not going to play well against in the playoffs. We have to hope we don't draw Edmonton in the playoffs. Edmonton and Pittsburgh. Well, Pittsburgh's in the Eastern Conference, so we wouldn't get to Pittsburgh for a while. Edmonton's super scary. Oh, come on. Really? People got better. There's not a whole lot I want to look at here. Sveshnikov is just embarrassing people. He's day-to-day. He won't even miss any actual time. I don't know what I was getting worried about. Can we get 50 wins this season? That would be some hot shit. I don't know that we can, but there's a good chance. Board confidence. Oh no. I won 8-7. Dude, I had the worst team in the NHL last season. I'm taking you to the playoffs. I think you can cut me some slack. Win 48 against the Predators. Can we get win 49? Get to 100 points? Not against the Blackhawks. We got an overtime loss to the Canadiens. A straight up loss to the Islanders. Shattenkirk's almost 100%. And we lost to St. Louis. The fates are cruel. The fates are very cruel. They have decreed that we shall not have 100 points this season. So before we go to the actual playoffs, let's just review the team, shall we? If we look at the standings, we've fallen back a bit. Well, in our conference. I thought we were in the Western Conference, but now I'm not too sure. In our division, we're third. behind Winnipeg and Chicago. Yeah, we're in the Western Conference. We're 5th in the Western Conference. We are 9th in the league. Very respectable. So we are in the Central Division. We finished tied with St. Louis, but I think we beat St. Louis a couple times during the regular season. Oh, they did beat us in the last day of the season. So, let's check out stats, shall we? The point leader for the 2019 Avalanche was Nathan MacKinnon, or Matt Duchene, who basically were carbon copies of each other. Duchene did get quite a few more penalty minutes, though. We have Panarin scoring 51 points. For him, something of a letdown, since he scored 70 in every season before. Shattenkirk, that's got to be a career high. No, I take it back. He got 50 with the Blues. Landeskog got 46 points, partially because he was hurt. Grigorenko got his 20 goals. Barry had a good season. Hartikainen was good. Now, if you really want to know the reason why we won so many games, bam, 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 bam. Bam, bam, bam. Most of our most essential players picked up all 82 games. And remember, Duchene was hurt for most of last season. McKinnon lost 10 games last season. And I think he barely nudged out his rookie season. So I think his rookie season was 63 points. Yeah, he beat his high by 1 point. 64 points. He's an all-star. Oh, whoopsie. Oh, that was cool. I don't know if you guys saw that. If you click on this, it actually brings up the player's profile. And you can see it, and it's pretty cool. Goalie stats. Berube was a very capable backup. So capable that I'm going to alter our goalie strategy. We don't have to stick with the starter during the playoffs. Now, let's advance up to the Stanley Cup playoffs. And let's delete this, and we need to finish today. We have made the NHL playoffs, my friends. And we get the Blackhawks in the first round. That's not the matchup I was hoping for. So let's look at... I want to see, like, the playoff brackets. How do we do... Oh, I think we click on standings and then playoffs. I thought it listed our seeds here. I guess maybe it doesn't. There you go. Play till next game. See, I think they reseed every time. So during the season, we're 2-3 versus the Blackhawks. All right. Today at Chicago, we lost. And we lost badly. We lost again, 4-0. We won a game, 4-1. And Chicago won again, 3-1. During the regular season, how many goals did they score versus how many goals did we score? So the Chicago Blackhawks scored 240 goals. We scored more than they did. We were a very competitive team. We weren't the fricking Oilers or the Penguins. But we were good. We're just hitting them at the wrong time, I guess. Which is really quite unfortunate. Because if we don't win this game, we go home. Delete all messages. Come on. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. I see, it's actually going to make us stop on the games. Because of that stupid thing I have. And we lost again. We lost 4-1. That could have been more competitive, and we just got dominated. But that doesn't mean anything. For all we perform poorly in the playoffs, we've still got a whole lot more out of this season than we thought was possible. That's Kim Il-sung has a great name. Yeah, he died a long time ago. Chicago was a bad matchup for us. They've just got firepower that we don't. That was kind of a letdown. You know, development report, people got better, huzzahs all around. Svechnikov can't have to play for the Canadian Junior Hockey League next season. It would be cruel beyond measure to the people in the Canadian Junior Major Hockey League. Quebec? Yeah, he's in the QMJHL. I think junior hockey is everything under the age of 20. And junior hockey is 18 and major junior is 19? Or maybe, yeah, I think that's how that works. I don't know. Chicago might be destined this season. They're putting together some scary mofo and goals scoring runs. Yeah, they just blew away the Blackhawks. This is just one of those seasons. There's not much we can do to stop them, I don't think. The Kings are dominating too. Hopefully, knock on wood, Tyson Jost decides he actually wants to play pro hockey. Huh, Nico Hischier. Blue Jackets picked him up. He's a really good defenseman. Anderson won't be ready for another couple of weeks yet. That's fine. So as usual, we'll end with the NHL draft, and then we'll start with that in the off-season episode. Bodan will get better. Wait, what? Why are you getting more comfortable at right defense? You don't play defense. I don't know how this... Maybe he's playing at an international play or something. It's like, sure, you're a wing, but let's make you a defenseman just for the lulz. Man, I kind of worry. Well, I don't worry, but I mean, it seems more justified to me that we got blown out by the Blackhawks. They're just a damn good team this season. Yep, they just wasted the Kings. Damn. Things happen, things I don't really care about. Oh, scouting reports are done. I'm sure we have enough. It's fine. Keep going up to the NHL entry draft, my dear friends. Can the Panthers win? They cannot, because the Rangers just did. So I think it gives a Chicago, New York for the Stanley Cup. Alright, you know what? Go ahead and put him on the active roster. Oh, he is on the active roster. I just haven't dressed him. An elite defenseman would be a nice thing to have on this team. I don't need daily updates. The season is over for us. It's not like he's going to start playing for one of the other teams. At least he better not. Chicago tied up the series. 1-0. Bowden will be back for next season. I don't know how important he'll be. There's their blowout game. I think it's Jordan Toews is the one that plays for Chicago that's like insanely good. But I don't remember his name. I do not remember his name. I can take a look at it here in a minute. I can take a look at it here in a minute. Chicago. Oh, it's Patrick Kane I was thinking of. Why couldn't I remember his name? I don't know. Development report, yes, lovely. Uh-oh, Duchesne's starting to get old. He's losing a little bit. That's not what I wanted to hear. I mean, Yost isn't, chopped liver. But he's not Duchesne. There aren't a lot of players right now who look like I'm going to start day one for my team. Maybe like Peyton Krebs. But interesting. I'll have to see which draft position I win. But I think we'll take a defenseman. I think we've been leaning a little heavy on the forwards. And I think it's time to start filling in the blue line with elite talent. Healthy player. Oh, Bodan. We can go to the active roster. That's fine. I don't think they care who's... Oh, nope. I do have to send someone down if I activate him. Might as well make it you. I don't care that he's back. I just don't care. Ooh, the Rangers won. I'll be damned. I have unanswered mail that needs a response. They want me to stay. 4 years. Yeah. Go Indian, go Indian. You're gonna be super awesome. Oh, Jim Sanka wants an extension. You're pretty solid. Yeah, absolutely. You can have your extra deal there. I didn't think they'd actually ask me how long I wanted to stay. That's pretty cool. I mean, I did take the worst team in the league to the Stanley Cup playoffs. And granted, I got bounced in the first round, and I don't know that we'll even make the playoffs again next season. Duchesne slipping even a tiny bit worries me. And it makes me think that a super elite center might also be a good use of our draft pick. But first we need to see what kind of lottery order we get. $18th. How did that happen? It must be based... Oh, it's based on this season. It's not based on last season. I always thought it was based on last season. Well, shit. Well, shit. Well, on this some minor cliffhanger, that's it for this season. We'll have to see what happens. As far as what kind of draft players we can get and if they'll be any good. I'm sure there'll be at least some 4-star people left, even if the 5-star guys are gone. But we'll have to have a good hard think about who we want and what we're prepared to give up for them. But that is it for this episode, my friends. I hope you've enjoyed it. Please remember to like, subscribe, comment down below. Let me know if you're excited as I am that we improved the team by so much. And share your predictions about what you might want to see, what might happen going forward. If we look at owner confidence, it's pretty solid. I think he'd like to see us actually bring home a championship, but then who wouldn't? And I wanted to see my stats, and we'd end on that. My personal score is a 7. But you know what? This was a good season. This was a really good season. Did it just say I won General Manager of the Year? SSGMOY. We'll have to see what happens. If I won General Manager of the Year, that would be extremely validating to me. But we'll have to see what happens. But until next time, this has been Avindian, and I bid you good day.